How's it going, folks, and welcome back. It's episode number 56 of Park 2 Primera. We are back, and the squad is fully fit, except Calderon. No, we're back, everyone. How are you doing? I don't know why we've started on this screen here, but why not start on the squad screen and look at how well everyone's doing? Avramides, 5 goals. Ciapina, 5 goals. Mexico with 4. Martinez with 3. Heck, even Fabian Velez at centre-back has 3 goals. The goals are flowing, everyone. I say the goals are flowing. The reality is that we've actually only scored 18 in the league, which doesn't make us the top goal scorer at all. But today we're going to be taking on Athletic Club Bilbao. They sit in 4th. If we lose to them, they could leapfrog us despite only having a 2-goal difference. They're a bit of a weird club, dare I say. Last year, they only just avoided the drop. This year, they're in 4th. They are, of course, one of our local rivals. I hope that they consider us a rival as well. Okay, this is awkward, isn't it? Well, fret not, because on our screen, they are a fierce rival. I mean, it's a one-way rivalry. This is, look, we're going to beat them today. Since you were last here, we have played 4 matches, 1 in the Champions League, 3 in the La Liga, and I said the goals are flowing. They flowed recently. They didn't to begin with. We started things off with a 1-0 win against Alaves in this game. Torre with an 84th minute winner. Things you like to see. The next game we had was against Osasuna, a 1-1 draw in this one. Ciapina's early goal, unfortunately, was cancelled out before half-time, and we didn't get on our shooting boots. But things did get better, and they got better as we took on Napoli away from home in the Champions League. Capanu, I didn't know he had the capability to put balls into the box like that. Avramides was lurking at the back post. And, this was a goal fiesta. Hopefully a little bit of a taster for what we could see today. As, of course, we've got the game against Athletic Club Bilbao, but also the game against Manchester United. I want to believe that we won't be conceding 4 goals against them, but it feels like if that game is going to be a goal fiesta, it might be because we concede a lot. In this game, though, it was a proper ding-dong battle. Both teams battling it out, and, we ended up coming out on top. I really liked this goal. The distribution out wide to Avramides by Ramadani was nice. He then got it forward to Ciapina for a tidy finish. We made it 4-1. Pablo Torre whipped in, and Velez added to that goal tally that we've already talked about. Unfortunately, we conceded with 8 minutes left, and I'll be honest, as that thunderous header went in, there was part of me that thought, please, we can't lose this one as well. We can't not win this game. The good news is, we held on, we got the win, and we absolutely deserved it. Most recently in the league, we took on Celta Vigo. A good team performance. Martinez with a goal, Ciapina, Heel, and also Velez getting on the score sheet. And just for good measure, Thiago Almada, who isn't very good in this save game. That FM Wonder kid, he got rid of the clean sheet bonus that I was worried I was going to have to pay. So thank you to him. In this game, we rotated things a little bit. Mark got a game. He got an 8.1. He's actually been playing really, really well in the league, Mark. He's already thrown a bit of a headache in my kind of direction as to how can I not play this guy when he's playing so well at right back. But anyway, that's what's been going on the pitch since you were last here. Off the pitch, something I forgot to cover last time is the fact that Chen, who I think we did talk about a couple of episodes prior, he is going to be joining us, so he will join us in the summer. And also, Benny Perez is joining us from Mexico. He joins in a little while. So we will await patiently for both these youngsters' arrivals. Worth noting that when it comes to the wage budget, the board actually increased it quite massively recently. I asked for the wage budget to be increased back at the end of August, and they increased it, I think, from 700,000 to 900,000. I rejigged a little bit of that into the transfer budget, but as things stand here, you can see the total wage spend that we're committed to spending is at 791,000, which does leave us with a little bit of money free, as well as a transfer budget that's reasonably healthy, to maybe go out and splurge a little bit of money come January. I'm saying that now. We're in October. I don't know where I'd splurge the money, but it feels like I probably should do more with it, even if it is just investing in more youngsters for our B team. And well, speaking of the B team, how are they doing, you might ask? They're second, everyone. They're doing quite well. They are a little behind Union Estas, who are currently top and unbeaten, but you can see here, Aguilera, 7 league goals to his name. He is loving it. He's been a little bit unhappy recently because there's been some interest shown in him. I previously rejected an offer from PSG for him, and he was not happy about that for a little while, but he looks like he's forgiven me now. I think because he's 18, we can offer him a new longer term deal. Indeed we can. I'm kind of willing to give him quite a lot of money. I like Aguilera. I think he could be the next Martinez, out in the wide area, possibly as a striker. I've decided to lock in a higher release clause, and he's upped everything as a result. But you know what? I really do see him as the future of our team. He could be a really good prospect to come through. You can see here, he's leading the way with the average ratings alongside João Pedro. Of course, we talked about last episode, signed for 1.1 million. He's had a tremendous start at centre-back in the B team. I have no doubt we'll keep a close eye on these throughout the year. Also, I've just noticed, Jensen, remember him, 16-year-old signed doing the transfer special? He's up there with the assists as well. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm quite excited about our B team. It's nice that they actually play matches now. But as much as I want to focus on the B team, we've got 2 games today, and 2 games we really need to win. This first one against Bilbao, if we fail to win, we will drop behind them, which is a little bit of a concern. If we beat them, we can keep the pressure up on the teams above us. It's looking pretty tight, the league, this year, at least to begin with. In previous years, Real Madrid have run away with it. There's competition. I want to be part of that competition. In terms of the team for today's game, you can see here, Perez was dropped just a little bit because his form wasn't so good, and that was to allow Zivkovic to move to left back and then Mark to come in. As things have worked out, Mark's played really, really well. Zivkovic hasn't quite been as impressive. So you know what? We'll drop him. You can see here kind of the total number of appearances for our players. I have been making a really conscious effort to rotate things around this season. I do think that's going to be important longer term. And even players like Resende have started to make some appearances off the bench as well. Also, we need to talk about him. Brian Hill. Remember this guy? He's been awful for many, many years. Not really achieved anything in Germany since the beginning of the save game. 5 games played for us, 2 as starts, 1 goal, 2 assists, a 7.3 rating. I might be looking to sign this man permanently at the moment. All in all, though, despite a little bit of rotation in the fullback area, the main headline here is we are back to full strength. Capanu is back from injury. He's come back into the ball-winning midfielder position. I'm sure Corridor isn't overly happy about that, but I'm buzzing about it. And we'll hopefully, with our strongest 11 just about available, we're going to be able to put in a top quality performance here against our rivals, even if we're not their rivals. They are our rivals. I want to beat them. They're playing a lot of people at the back in their formation. I mean, look at that. That's very boring, isn't it? That's very boring and defensive at home as well. Disgraceful. I would never. Throwing on this near side for us. It's going to be Mark, who we've made the bold call to start today. It's going to be headed away, but only as far as Capanu. Now with Blanco. Could switch the play over to Perez on the left-hand side, or go right to Martinez. We give away the ball, though. You have to imagine with the way that they're set up, they are just looking to spring the counter-attack as we commit men forward. But, well, I'll tell you what, Blanco has different ideas. He's thinking there is no counter-attack happening today. Crunching tackle now with Perez and Avramides. 2 players who have really worked well, actually, out on the wing throughout this year. Avramides tries to get in and it's blocked, but only as far as Perez. Shot by Pablo, blocked, falls back to Pablo in the penalty area. I mean, he has 19 vision, and that's the pass that he saw. Not sure about that one. A couple of shots there, both blocked. We go again. And when I say we go again, like we need to get back into action and have the next highlight. Unfortunately for us, they're the team on the attack, although Mark's header there, away from danger, is tremendous. And well, Galarreta wins another one. That is big. And well, Martinez, he wants to stretch his legs. He is a pacey player. He's running through the middle. The right winger can't finish it at the end of that run. It would have been incredible, but for an Unai Simon save. Turning it around the post. We have a corner. And I have a sneaking suspicion nothing is going to come of it. I want to be wrong, though, as Siapina, who has scored a lot of headers this year, just there narrowly heads over. Siapina, free kick, deep, going to be put forward. Unai Simon collects. I can't help but feel like that was a pointless highlight. Mark at right back here, takes down the ball, bringing it forward. What can he do? He's got men to his left. No one really in support. Whips it back post. Siapina is there. And it's that forehead of his. We had the foreshadowing. They had the warning that his head is good at heading balls. This time he's found the target. And that is another goal to his name. And I've kind of already loosely mentioned it. Siapina scores a lot of headers. Like a weirdly large amount. He's got another one there. How tall is he? Like, he's good in the air, but how tall actually is he? I can't believe I've never considered this before. How tall is Siapina? He's 191. He's a giant. I say that. He's like 6'3", 6'4", maybe? No, it must be nearer 6.3. Answers on a postcard. I don't do the conversions. I'll just play in centimetres, because then I know when my regens grow every centimetre, rather than waiting for them to grow by an inch to get kind of the knowledge they're growing. Does that make sense? Some people ask me why I play in centimetres. That's why. Players grow in Football Manager. I like to be able to monitor each little bit of growth. Anyway, into the second half we go. Not a whole lot happening here. I was weighing up making some changes as we're already kind of 16 minutes into the second half, but we'll let this play out as we're on the attack. Blanco tries to pick out Martinez, a little bit ambitious, but Mark's going to pick it up. I feel like our wing-backs on the overlap have quite a lot of potential here to cause some hurt. The way that they're lining up, they're defending quite narrowly with wing-backs. It's going to afford a fair bit of space for the wing-backs to move into, or maybe even for the wing-backs to be caught out of position with kind of going forward and losing the ball as Perez gives it away, but we have got it back. Avramidez plays it forward to Siapina. He goes down, but Avramidez still has it. Unai Simon, another huge stopping goal. He's having an annoyingly good game, isn't he? Annoyingly good. Elsewhere, Barcelona are losing. I think I also caught that in the Atletico v Real Madrid game, it was 2-1 to Atleti. Now, it might have changed since I last saw it. And now Barcelona have scored straight away. I mean, why do it to me, Football Manager? Why give me hope that the teams above me might slip up? Siapinu. I've got Capanu and Siapina muddled up there. Siapinu. When we ship them together, that's the name they're going to have. Right, you know what? Time for change. So with this game, a little bit of tiredness in the legs of some players. So we'll bring in Zivkovic at left back. Avramidez is looking a little shot. We'll bring in Brian Heel for him. Elsewhere, Siapina's not at the best of games. So Mejica, come on down. I feel like Siapina got the goal and that's all he's really contributed. Maybe Mejica's the man to spice things up as we might need to do some defending. And well, we don't do the defending. Blanco there, beaten in the air by Nunes. And Athletic, well, they get a really critical goal there, don't they? Whipped in by Kappa. Could Ramadani have done more? Wasn't the most convincing of goalkeepers, was it? I know the 3D is kind of an approximation of what happened in 2D. In 3D, it didn't look very good. Right. I'm thinking about if I want to go more attacking here. This would be a pretty disastrous game to lose, given how dominant we've been. So, you know what? I think it's time to try and get the ball forward a little bit more quickly. I've already made all my subs, so there's not a great deal more I can do in terms of subs to change this game. But I'm going to tell Zivkovic and I'm going to tell Mark to get higher up the pitch as wing-backs on attack. Capanu, you can go forward as well. I want a winner here. I'm not happy with 1-1. Is there going to be a highlight? There isn't. I have to be happy with 1-1. Let's just smile and pretend it's all fine. They had one shot in the second half and it was that header that went in. That's a little bit annoying, isn't it? I mean, a share of the spoils away from home isn't terrible, but given how that game played out, that is a match that we really, really, really want to be winning. Siapina with a good little goal. Sadly for us, you can see here, Barcelona wound up winning. Elsewhere, Real Madrid managed to come back and get a 2-2 draw in the end. What that means for us is that we remain in third, which I suppose is nice. Athletic don't leap us with that result. What it does mean is there is now a 6-point gap between ourselves and Barcelona after just 6 games, which, I mean, it feels big. There's a lot of football left to be played, and we've played some pretty tough games already. We've already played, I think, did we play Betis as well? We have. Okay, we have played all of the teams in the top 5, obviously except ourselves, away from home. We've had a pretty tough start to the season. I should not overreact. I shouldn't panic. I mean, technically, we're still unbeaten. And well, speaking of unbeaten, of course, in the Champions League, we are also unbeaten after 2 games, although we might not be in just a moment. We've got Manchester United. It's 4 days away. We're playing it at home. Let's get to it, shall we? So I've been doing some preparation going into this next game. And by preparation, I mean, I've decided, I guess now, I feel like I regret it now. I've decided to check out how good are Manchester United in this save game. The answer is very, very good. They've got players like Jadon Sancho, who in this save game look brilliant. They've got players like Florentino Luis, who looks brilliant. They were on the bench for their last game. They've got players like Weston McKennie, looks good. Odegaard, again, looks good. Yusuf Demir, I mean, it's a very good Yusuf Demir, innit? Blimey. I mean, and then they've got Telas Magno as their striker, who, by comparison, is a little bit underwhelming, dare I say. You know who they could really use? They could really use Erling Haaland. I've just spent the last minute telling you about how brilliant they are. Let's talk about how brilliant we are. Here is the team for today's game. Given the fact we're playing at home, I really want to press home at our home advantage. I feel like it's a massive factor in Football Manager, something that we certainly need to lean into. In terms of the squad we're going to go with, it is going to be this team here, the team that I consider, at least on paper, to be our best 11. There's a few players in here who haven't had the best run of games as of late. Players like Martinez certainly need to step up a tad. I feel like he had opportunities in that last game to get us a winner against Bilbao. Elsewhere, Zivkovic has not been all that convincing at right back, but I'm going to persist with him. Maybe today can be a breakout performance. In terms of good performances this year, I mean, let's talk about Alessio Avramidis. He's got 3 goals in 7, 2 player of the matches. He's also got a whole host of goals in cup competition, and he got his first ever goal for the Argentina national team recently, which is a nice feather to add to his cap. Elsewhere, Siapina has not yet played for Argentina's national team. He's still playing with the under-22s, I think it was, which I don't think really makes any sense, because when you compare the two of them, I think Siapina is a little bit better. I mean, I'll let you guys be the judge, but Siapina to me is the better player. Elsewhere, Pablo Torre locks down his position at centre attack in mid. Of course, he's on loan till the end of next season. Just to remind you, he's basically never left, has he, since we sold him for 40 million. The rest of the team is very, very standard. Some fitness concerns about Blanco and Capanu, particularly Blanco with his awful 8 natural fitness. It's always a bit kind of scary, I suppose, to play him in multiple games back-to-back, but we're going to show some faith in him today. And with that, let us submit our team and get ready for this. What is the team that they're going to play? They've got Lodi, Zuma, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Odegaard, McKennie, Demir, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford. I didn't even see Lautaro Martinez or Bruno Fernandes or Matt Rashford. I pretended they didn't exist. Oh, we're going to get killed. We're actually going to die. I mean, that team is just silly, innit? That is just silly. That should not be allowed. I don't know how to feel. United have won 2 out of 2. We've won 1 and drawn 1. We're both unbeaten. I think the most logical, optimistic result is a draw. Although a win would be nice if we could muster up something special. Zivkovic, I've thrown you under the bus a little bit today. I've said I need more from you at right back. That's not a bad ball into the box. Have another go. Does have another go. And it's Siapina's head again. There's something about his forehead. Like, we need to do some scientific studies. It's like it has its own force. Its own gravitational pull. Footballs are just attracted to it. Martinez, Zivkovic, dinked in, glancing header, across goal. The Siapina factor comes good. 1-0. Right, we might need to do some defending here, although if Capanu's going to put in a tackle like that, maybe we won't need to. Siapina, all on your lonesome. What can you do? What can you... Goes down. I was kind of hoping for the penalty. It's not going to be given. Maguire's done well. Wan-Bissaka's getting tangled up with the corner flag. But United are coming away with the ball here, and it's now with McKennie. The US Stallion tries to switch the play. Zivkovic reads it like a book, and now he's bringing it forward. Where is he going? Where are you going, Zivkovic? He whips it in. Siapina's forehead was there. Unfortunately, on that occasion, Faranes was able to collect, and he's going to look to distribute it quickly to Lautaro Martinez, who knocks it down to Rashford. He's bringing the ball through the middle here. We need to be wary. Capanu puts in a great tackle, but Wan-Bissaka afforded a little bit of time and space here. McKennie, Bruno Fernandes, and, well, that finish is filthy. He's not hit it with power from range. He's just picked his spot, the bottom corner. He's wrapped his foot around it, and he's guided it goalwards. And, I mean, it's just a big shame, really, isn't it? It's just a big shame. There's no other word for it. The technique on that was absolutely unbelievable. Wraps his foot around it, bends it into the bottom corner, and it's 1-1. I mean, it was nice to lead whilst we could, but it feels like a sense of inevitability as there's a free header at the back post. Martinez heads over. I don't like seeing that. And another set piece. I don't like seeing this either. Whipped in, Zuma's there. He heads just over. I mean, it's a good job Siapina isn't playing for them, or they could be 3-1 up at this point. Perez at left back. Down the line to Avramidis. Now Blanco. Back with Perez. Nice patient play. Then Velez decides he's had enough of being patient. He's going to launch it. Siapina, great touch. Can he finish it? Faranes makes a great stop. Brennan Lodi doesn't know what's going on. Eventually, he clears it away. That was only our second shot, really, of the game. Second highlight in our favour as well. But at the break, you know what? We've done okay there. It's 1-1. We're giving them a bit of a battle. We're proving hard to break down. I'm happy with the performance, and I also believe in you boys to step it up. You've got what it takes. Keep it going. I believe in you. Blanco to Kapanu. Now with Siapina. Martinez. Back to Siapina. Zivkovic. He looked good for the first goal, didn't he, where he got the assist? Could he get another? Of course he bloody can. He picks out the other Argentinian in the box. This time it's Avramides. And, wow, I'll tell you what, early second half goal, that's going to ease the nerves just a little bit. United caught defending so narrowly here. Zivkovic picks it up. We've converted him. He once was a left back. Now he's a right back. I think now the conversion process is complete. It's done. He's on a 7.7, 2 assists. I can't believe I wasn't going to play him. But let's not get carried away just yet, Jack, because their team's good. We're going to need to do some defending for the next 35 minutes as Galarreta heads it away. Only as far as Renan Lodi. Now Odegaard, Frederic Lautaro Martinez, and my first instinct was he was offside. Then I wasn't so sure, but I think it is going to be offside here. It was very close. If not a goal, it's certainly a warning that United have quality. They are probably going to create some chances between now and the end of this game. In the end, there was a little more in it than I perhaps suspected. It was a good finish by Lautaro Martinez. Oh, right, calm everyone. Calm. 30 minutes left. Probably should think about making our first changes sooner rather than later. Some of the players looking a little bit tired here. But well, let's see what this highlight brings. Maguire to Zuma. He plays it forward. It's an awful ball forward to Velez, who reads it perfectly. We're going to switch it to Martinez. Out with some space on the right-hand side. Options queuing up in the middle. Goes on his lonesome. It's saved away. I feel like Martinez needs to learn to cross more. He needs to learn to do it. I feel like I'm playing FM20 when I watch Martinez at the right-hand side, just smashing at the goalkeeper from that angle every time. What I will say is 20 minutes left. We actually have the higher XG. We've actually started to create a little bit more. I'm going to take off Martinez and I'm going to bring in Heel, I think, out on the right-hand side. Elsewhere, Pablo Torre hasn't had the best of games. We'll move Siapina into centre attack in mid. And we'll bring in Mojica, I think. What's happened here? What have I missed? What is going on? I make some subs, I go back into the game, and Talas Magno is scoring into the bottom corner. I mean, it's just a great big shame. Goal kick was given away. I mean, is this nice build-up play? It's some very crispy passing, isn't it? Magno finds his way through. Zivkovic, he's lost his man there, hasn't he? Right, I've queued up the changes. I'm going to do the changes anyway. You can't stop me. The double change is happening. 10 minutes left. I don't really want to change anything. Brian Hill, on off the bench, whips it in. Galarreta heads it straight into the keeper's hands. That was a chance. Oh, United might look to launch a counter-attack. I'd be quite content if this highlight just ends abruptly now. But maybe there's more for us. Maybe I need to be more positive here. Kapanu, Siapina, now playing at centre attacking mid, is dispossessed. It's passed back to Zuma, but he was under a little bit of pressure. And that pressure resulted in him giving away the ball. And well, we'll bring it forward. Brian Hill. Inside to Siapina, now playing centre attack in mid. Tries to pick out Blanco, but does not. Siapina flicks onto Mojica, though. Brian, Avramides, he's through. Oh, we've had chances to win this game. Galarreta's had a chance. Avramides has had a chance. I mean, could we score from the corner? Mojica heads just over. How's this 2-2? Is there a very late goal here? 4 minutes of added time. It feels like it's going to end 2-2. And you know what? That's still a very good result. It's disappointing the way in which we've ended up losing that, especially with the chances we had at 2-2 to take the lead. But at the end of the day, we've just taken on a Manchester United team that, I mean, let's be frank, they're a lot better than us, and we've kind of not disgraced ourselves in getting a draw. You can see in the other game, it finished 0-0 between Napoli and Lyon. That is probably as good as it gets for us. It means that we still have a 3-point cushion onto the team in third. And I think we have to be quite optimistic with that. We've not seen ourselves win today, but we've not disgraced ourselves in either match. We've got a young team. They're good. Remember Talas Magno, who I said I was underwhelmed by? Of course he bloody got man of the match. You know what? We're in October. We've had a really tough start to the season. As I said, in the league, we've played all 4 of the top 5 teams in the league. Obviously, we're one of the 5 teams. So the 4 other teams, we've all played away from home now. We're still unbeaten. We're still looking good. And in the Champions League, we're in not too bad a position at all. In terms of when we're going to be back next time, I'm looking at the games against Lyon and Atleti as games that we potentially do. I must say, this season, I'm a little bit conscious of the fact we've had a few games kind of closer together than I would normally like, but it's just the way these fixtures have been scheduled. Loads of big games to start the season. I don't really want to miss out on them. With that said, we might come back for the Lyon Atleti game. We'll see how the Champions League is looking. It may be that we come back for the game against Napoli in December, a little further ahead. But nevertheless, I hope to see you guys for whatever game it is that we do indeed come back for. If you have enjoyed today's video, do drop a like on it. I do appreciate the support as always. I am enjoying this save so much. I think we've got some great personalities coming through the team. Players like Avramides, players like Siapina, Pablo Torres kicking around. Zivkovic is learning to play right back. Perez, will he be a flop or won't he? It's like we've got our own little soap opera. There's so many little storylines going along at the moment. I hope to see you guys for the next one. And well, until then, I hope you enjoyed this. It is me, Jack. And I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.